Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and to the deep dive into PsyOps. Last time, it feels like I spent forever and a day roaming around. I'm going to try and be a bit more efficient today, in part because I want to have my dinner and I can't do that until we've defeated 4 more levels. Alerted Hokkaido seems like a barrel of laughs, and then we got a bit of Chongqing, Paris and Marrakesh. But we don't have many targets across these 4 levels. So hopefully it won't take us all day and all of the night to get the job done. We will see. Shotgun kill epic is generally a safe bet. So the question becomes, as usual, where do we want a showdown? And Paris is the go-to answer. I feel like the last time I went to Marrakesh for a showdown it went horribly wrong. Certainly the last time I went to Marrakesh in general it went horribly wrong. So maybe Chongqing is a showdown though, just for a bit of variety. Do we start with alerted Hokkaido just to get rid? Again, the last time I started with an alerted map it went wrong, but I'm sure it's fine. Take no damage, distract target, destroy cameras. We can do that. Maybe. Shotgun kill epic. Seems like something we can also do because we got this bugger. Then as usual we're generally free to bring whatever we feel like. Oh, we've lost our outstanding service coin thanks to our tomfoolery, or we just haven't recovered it since we lost all our freelance tools. Oh well. Proc stuck for the funsies, probably some sort of pistola because yeah, it's common sense, isn't it? Not sniper rifles, I've already got a big gun. There we go. Off to Hokkaido. We are in the sauna. Nowhere near our targets. We've got distract a target. And that is slightly trickier on an alerted map than it is elsewhere, because I can't just run into them. We got nails. And we got Taru. So how are we going to deal with Taru? We can come down here to some extent. They are over there. Maybe we just ping them and then we worry about shotgunning nails. Or we distract them with the bullet. That works. Awesome. So now we just need nails. Oh, and cameras.
Hello there.
And maybe a courier. I should have bought a camera again. What a spoon. So we can get to nails easily enough, I would think. We could trespass our way down here with the shotgun. We could blast a guard with the shotgun once we're down there. Yep, someone's panicking. We have a situation. None of these guys down below seem to be worried about the situation though, which is good. I wouldn't expect them to be. So what if we just pull out our shotgun? If people saw us, they would be mad, but they're not going to see us, so it's fine. And we got this guard, who will also be mad if he sees us. Will anyone upstairs notice that? Seems like no.
Contact! Contact!
Oh, we didn't get away with that.
Do we have a visual? Where is Tango?
Where is Tango? Here's Tango. There goes Tango now. He's disappeared. That was risky, but I was willing to take that risk.
Eyes on Tango! In the bathroom!
What? How do you know where Tango is? Okay, this is now escalating. I don't get
Take him down with extreme
how anyone else noticed where I was. But oh well, we're doing this now. You're coming in from there, are you? Oh, well, there goes take no damage, which I'd already forgotten we have. Still don't understand how everyone knew where I was and what I was up to. But I think we'll be safe in this box for now, and everyone will calm down in a moment. We're not compromised, but yeah. Why did anybody know who we were when we ran in here? Were they panicking because of the first kill or something like that? All the white dots have turned back to black, so I'm going to assume that we're safe to roam about now. We know somewhere where Nails will hang out. Or at least he usually does. Depends on which version of the map we're on. Ah. There's no guard in here and there's no medicine in here. So maybe Nails won't be coming this way. Where is he exactly? Near the laundry room. Okay.
Bagging and tagging if needed. Over.
Yeah, someone needs to be bagged and tagged. So you're coming to look for a guard. Okay, you're going that way to look for a guard. And here comes a guard who's pretty pissed off.
Some kind of Houdini.
I ran around the corner, mate. That's not exactly Houdini.
There's some loose cannon disturbing public order.
Let's just leave this area, perhaps. Oh, there's another guard. He didn't look happy. Perhaps we change our outfit at some point.
Please stay back.
Well, our briefcase has been stashed, so it needs to be another guard outfit, a bodyguard outfit, probably. No. Normally I would just shove you off the edge for the fun of it. But we've already got ourselves into enough hot water today, so you can come in here and get in the cupboard. Face masked bodyguard. Does that mean it's patient zero? That would explain why Nails isn't hanging about, and also the lack of a helicopter. There are a bunch of cameras around. That's promising. No. A couple of guards down there. At least there were. Still a couple up here though. At least there were. There might be some more up top here. And there are. Or at least, well, you know the drill. Yeah, body hidden. Probably. This should allow us to take out some cameras. This wasn't just senseless murderizing this time.
Whoa!
Whoa.
What?
There's a bodyguard. This could work out well for us. Yeah, 2 shots, 1 kill. That's how I roll. Now, have those doctors gone in? Yeah, well at least they're going in. So that's a camera down. And a second one. I know where there's a third one because we passed by its general sort of direction not too long ago, over there. But is it one that we could hit without causing bother? Or do we look elsewhere for camera number 3? You're bagging and tagging, which is why you've got a dot. Don't think anyone noticed that particular crime. Yeah, there goes Owen Cage shuffling about, so that's further confirmation of patient zero. That guard over there doesn't seem to be paying too much attention, which is nice. Cameras down. Even more cameras, but we don't need them right now. What we need is Nails. Whole lot of enforcers coming through this way. But none of them see us for long enough. Although this is just leading us back to a place where we were earlier. So it's all a bit silly taking this route, to be honest. But there's Nails. There's a bodyguard doing his thing. Maybe if I'd waited long enough, we could have just found Nails here and called it a day.
Whoa!
Oops. Teleporting, eh? Cheeky. That's the job well done. Just need to get to an exit without getting battered. Although there was a safe. There is a safe in Amos's room. Also there's a supplier in the maintenance area, so these are all things that we should consider. Thankfully managed not to kaplode his head with that shot.
Thank you kindly.
What do you have, friendo? A remote classic duck. We'll take it. I guess we'll take the combat axe as well. But we would like the safe. We'd also like the courier, if at all possible. There might be somewhere where we can get a cheeky dart gun on them. So that cleaner isn't really paying attention to us, I don't think. Those two over there, though, would probably spy us, being up to no good. Are we going all the way into the hot springs? What if we reduce the number of people in here a little bit? Yeah, you lot bugger up. And then when she comes back through again, we might be able to go off a cheeky seeker from out here. Me 20 minutes ago. I'm going to be fast and efficient today. Me now. Faffing around so I can seek a courier. What a palaver. But at least we've succeeded. Now she's going to come to these toilets, which are conveniently empty. And it's hammer time. Fantastic. So how do we get into Amos's suite for the safe? I assume the answer isn't waltz in there, because our outfit almost certainly won't allow it. Where will our outfit allow us to go? It allows us to go into what's normally Yuki's suite. But I think that might be it. Oh no, it allows us into the next one as well. There's a guard who recognises us, so... Is this Jeff's suite? Might be. But he's not here. Which means he might have thrown himself off the edge of something. Now we're allowed straight into Amos's suite? Yes. Although there's a guard right there, so maybe we wait for him to choose a new direction. I assume he's going to. He's not just going to stand there for the rest of the time, is he? Looks like he's preening in front of a mirror. I don't think there's a mirror there. Maybe I'm wrong. So if there's a mirror there, he's going to see us. But if we can get into everyone else's suite, then we can get into what's normally our own. And this will do just nicely. Yeah, that guy's too busy looking at himself to worry about the fact that a couple of guards have been perforated, which means he can probably join them. And we can go about our business. Oh, there's Amos. It's a good thing I was moving that guy out of the way. Jeez. Oh god, if the timing had been slightly different on that, that would have gone horribly wrong. You get in a cupboard. You get to live. Now, where's clue number 3? There it is. We have made a reasonable amount of money to leave the level on. Just a case of finding the old exit at this point. So back to where we began. Hot springs, which are now appropriately hot since we turned off the cold water. We're going cold. We're taking the snowmobile all the way home. Three out of 4 is an acceptable start. We could have done better if I'd been a bit more careful and taken no damage, but I will take it. Morocco can be next. Back to Marrakesh. Pacify guards concussive. Eliminate guards SMG. No witnesses. Do we have anything in the way of concussives? Not really. But there are fire extinguishers. So I'm willing to give it a go. Ice pick kill. We do have an ice pick. Headshot kill legendary is also an option, but I think they're worth the same sort of money, aren't they? Oh no, headshot kill legendary is actually worth more. Okay, very well. In that case, we'll bring our gold baller along. It doesn't matter what SMG we use for the other objective, so as long as it's silence, that's pretty much all that matters. We'll grab our usual stuff. Oh, we don't have a Karma. I was beating myself up over not bringing a Karma. It turns out we just don't own one. It's night time. It's a house built on sand, probably. And our singular target is Roy Chadwick near the school. Potentially a guard. The fact that it's this version of the map makes me concerned that there aren't many fire extinguishers around. There's our target. Old Roy.
So it's more a matter of you cut off me.
Sorry friend, I didn't mean to bump you there. Definitely wasn't looking to just slow you down so I could get a shot off on you. Oops. 2 shots, 1 kill. Now let's escape the scene of that crime and look for some fire extinguishers. No witnesses are allowed. Must remember this. So I'm guessing the shops don't have extinguishers. We could also use an outfit though of some sort, probably. Just to allow us into places.
Salam! I am so honored by your visit to my...
Because the general hurly-burly of the market doesn't really have fire extinguishers in it. Because why would it? Right, it's an outfit here. It's probably not the best outfit,
looking for carpets. I don't know. Probably his wife, you know.
but it might let us into some places that we can't otherwise get
He
to.
doesn't have time to look.
Fortune teller's hanging out, which means it is absolutely House of Sand, which means Shisha Cafe is probably our best bet. But we haven't got the outfit for that. There's also Supplier. Oh, there's a safe over there. Safe then Supplier. They might have concussive stuff that we could use. It's possible that this safe has some pain in the butt documents to find, but I forget. Maybe they were a pain in the butt, but then I remembered where they were. But maybe the third one is just going to be a nightmare. No, it's all good. Now hopefully shopkeepers won't follow me too long. Yeah, it doesn't look as though I'm being followed or watched by anyone. So we'll crack that bad boy open. And then we will go see Supplier Friend.
Need anything? I'm
I need all of your concussive explosives. Which it turns out I've got because you have none available. Epic SMG though. We need one of those.
Come back if you need more.
Will do. So crates could also be helpful. They might have like shaman powder in them. Is shaman powder the one I'm looking for? Yeah, I think it's the one that just knocks people down. It's not a big map, so it shouldn't take too long to scour it for loot boxes. There's apparently one here, but on a lower level. How does that work? That's a bit broken. Yeah, we can't get into the consulate, so that's either down in the parking garage that we just can't access on this version of the map. Yeah, it's somewhere in there. Or can we access it? Maybe we can. But I'm pretty sure we can. So that might just be a loot box that we can't get to. Yeah, that shop would allow us in. But I'm fairly certain that we can't get into it, and we would lose no witnesses if we tried. So it's
All right.
the Shisha Cafe that we need. We also need to eliminate video evidence, and again that's Shisha Cafe. So I think what we'll do is head up to the roof of the carpet shop. This should allow us to get a bodyguard outfit, SMG some guards, and perhaps also get the Shisha Cafe key. So it's going to be a win-win situation for us. Might only be one guard up here, but there'll be guards at least. One guard is better than no guards. Bam, get bricked. So you can get boxed as well, and you can get SMG'd. Blamos. And there's the Shisha Cafe key. So that will help us out with a lot of what we need to do. There might be other bodyguards around, but they're just all guarding the entrance to this shop, or are there none at all?
Oh, it's surprisingly good.
Okay, we're fine. So it's nice to have the key and the correct outfit and just being able to waltz in here for a change. I do like that. So is there a bodyguard who comes back in here after a bit? I think there is. There's one who's in here. There's another one who might come back. So let's hope that no one comes in whilst we're dragging this body and throwing it in a box. Good. If a third guard does come in here, that makes it nice and easy to get our challenge complete. Although if it's that enforcer, it could cause complications.
Where is the goddamn... Hey, who are you?
Why did you just suddenly turn around, you wretch? Blam. Didn't even need to aim. Although I should have used the SMG for that. So I shouldn't pat myself on the back too much. Okay, it's beginning to look like a bust.
Let me know if I can be about.
I'm not seeing any fire extinguishers. We could always potentially go for the carefully placed propane. It's worked for us before. We just need to find that propane so that we can place it in the right spots. But there is a roof. So where is the roof that I'm thinking of? There might be 2 or even 3 propane flasks on top of this roof that I'm after, if we're lucky. There might be bodyguards around as well. Yeah, there's a couple there. But let's worry about them
Rented the whole building.
in a bit perhaps. Let's just have a quick check in here. Nothing of great use. This one is locked, yeah. But when she disappears... No, she doesn't disappear, she just comes up here. So it's when she's drinking that I would be unlocking that. Let's just go around the other side. These guys are chill.
All right there.
And that guy is the one I was thinking of who I might be able to get a cheeky SMG on. But let's have a look up top. 2 guards and a waiter. Alright, I'm thinking there's propane up here as well. There's a propane. Okay. That's better than no propane. But unless I can get 3 guards to gather, it's probably not too helpful.
Not in the mood for this.
So that's guards SMG'd. Any more propane around? I suppose you only need 1 propane to complete the mission. There we go. There's a couple more, so we've got some margin for error. Now, where do we want these propane? You stay down there. No? Did the waiter spot some sort of weapon over here? Ah, no, the shopkeep may have done. Okay. Now, which way are you going to go? Didn't think the shopkeep would come up here. But that's fine. We've got our 3rd propane.
Say,
So there's a couple of guards in front of the Shisha Cafe. If we can place things at just the right angle, then we can take 2 out with 1 shot. One of them's an enforcer though. So maybe we find some guards that aren't enforcers and see what we can do. But there might not be any more pairs of guards around. And a lot of the buggers are just patrolling as well, which is awkward. I suppose we only need 1 guard, because we can always wait for him to get woken up and then take him out again. But if we fail with our first shot, then it becomes tricky. There's that carpet shop. There's those 2 guards, but there's also lots of people about. What if we threw it about...
Respect.
Huh?
It's a hefty fine for littering, mister.
Would that work? I'd say that's reasonably far away. Can we prop open this door with a brick? No. It's a shame. Because what I'm thinking is, we jump over here, and then we shoot it. Although that guy does come back and forth, so maybe not. Maybe the guy on the roof was the best bet. But then there's the shopkeep and the waiter that roam about. It'd be silly if he was the best bet, given as we've thrown all of our propane flasks off the roof. And he is an enforcer, which complicates matters, so maybe not. I do really want these 2, just because they stand very still. Pitching it just right is going to be practically impossible. And then where would I shoot it from? There's guards in here. Whereabouts? There's a couple there.
Hey, how you doing? Everything okay? Good.
These 2 women would probably be collateral damage. But we could throw it like about there-ish, although they're smoking. We could gently place it here.
Please just go away.
Okay. And then is there anywhere where we can get a cheeky shot off without being spotted? Can we see it from in here? Maybe. Maybe not. Although, can we SMG this door so it stays open? Would anyone complain about this?
Someone should go see what the hell that was.
Okay, they're distracted by it for sure, but they're not scared. Now, whereabouts exactly am I looking? Yeah, I can't quite see it.
Greetings. Can you please move away? You smell of it.
Rude. Honestly, the things I'm doing today to get this done, it's ludicrous. Okay. We'll wait for picture in picture to disappear, and then we'll see if that can concussed either of the guards.
Hey, I really need some help here.
No, it didn't. Why is that? Were they too close or were they too far? It looks as though it might have been too far away because the guards appear to be investigating. Now, are you close to this? Don't mind me. Okay, nobody mind me. I definitely didn't do that. You must be thinking of the other bald guy in a suit. Oh shit, that's two witnesses. Fuck. Was he one of them? And if he was, why isn't he orange? I think he was one of them. Crime notes compromise. Okay, who compromised me there?
Help me! Hey!
No one's orange. So why am I allegedly compromised? And then very briefly in combat for some reason. Oops. Now, it feels like that guy might be a witness.
Yeah, come in, Central. I'm at the location now, and we're clear. Nothing going on here.
Okay, that guy wasn't. Very well. That Baldy, though, I'm pretty sure he's a witness. Yeah. He's probably the one I was trying to blow at the motorbike, but I think I'm going to sack off the whole motorbike idea. And I'm just going to try and get back down to 0 witnesses. So it's definitely an army guard who witnessed me tampering with the motorcycle. And I think there was a shopkeeper who witnessed me shooting people. Wasn't that army guard? I suppose it can't kill us at this point to see what's going on at the Shisha Cafe. I suppose also we could change outfit and then we'd be able to get up close and personal with that bodyguard. Where do we leave our handyman outfit? It was up on a roof. We've got a reasonable idea of who our witnesses are, so we can change outfit without scuppering any plans in that regard. We don't need to stay in this outfit so we can find the orange people and take them out. So, what have we got? There we go, there's our bodyguards. Although one of them's on the move, that might just be because of all the carnage inside. That's unfortunate. But what if we were to put a
Excuse me, sir.
propane
Seems like you're not cleared to come through here.
there?
Sorry.
That might do the job, once both our bodyguards are back. Maybe that'll do the job. But we do now need them both back because we're running out of propane. I assume we're trespassing in the whole of the Shisha Cafe. No, we're alright. Okay. So there's also an option on these two bodyguards again. So that was too far away from them. This is definitely a bit closer. But until the other bodyguard comes back, not a lot we can do there. I hope I haven't accidentally killed the other bodyguard. No, you. Yeah, you're the sus man. See, now we're allowed to make oil leaks. But who was the other? Right, there's a bodyguard. Bagging and tagging. Our security man is not this one. Oops. But we can take that one out just because we can. Now, I think it was probably shopkeeper who noticed my crimes. Okay, it wasn't. It's one of those other pedestrians that strolls in this general direction. Oh shit! I realised as soon as I was doing that what I was doing. What a idiot I am. I was like, that fan's still spinning. That suggests that the switch is on. Jesus. God, I'm such an idiot sometimes. Why does PSYOPs suddenly cause my brain to just float out of my head and fly off into the distance somewhere, never to be seen again? Good grief. Flash device, I guess, even though it never bloody works for us. Now we've lost our lockpick. We've lost another SMG. We lost our legendary pistol because I'm a dolt. We'll do one more level today then. And then that will leave a nice round-ish 12. And now they're both alerted. So maybe the plan is just going to go back to Paris as the showdown. Just because we're pushing our luck all over the shop here. Destroy cameras, don't get caught on camera, one disguise on Chongqing. But that might be a good showdown level just because one disguise. We might need to get into like both the block and the facility and therefore need more than one disguise. So maybe we do Paris now. Blind target, poison guard. We've lost our seeker as well. Unbelievable. So blind target pretty much leaves us with the remote flash device as our option. Poison guard, we can easily get a syringe, I would think. Don't particularly like these challenges, although how many targets do we have? 1. Let's go with time to get disguises. Let's bring along another legendary weapon, because at this point, what's another legendary that we've lost through incompetence? And then I guess we will go up and look for a mushroom. Make ourselves a lethal syringe. Although, time to get disguises combined with blind target, we're just going to have to rush up to them, drop the flash device, blind them, and then just shoot them in the head or something with a pistol. It's going to be messy. I was thinking timed, fine, we'll just snipe them. But the fact that we've also got blind means I'm reconsidering my life choices. To think there was that dude who was like, you're too good at this, you need to play on hardcore, it's not interesting. Friend, I ain't that good at this. Not always anyway. Sometimes I'm alright. Okay, we're upstairs. Which means we can get a bodyguard outfit without too much trouble. So that's cool. Our target is also upstairs. It's Haley. Okay. So she will be suspicious of us in this outfit. But our options aren't great, because she'll be suspicious of us in our suit. The flash device is an illegal item unless you're a guard. So she's going to get sus, basically. I think we'll just try and throw it near her feet somewhere. She'll turn to look at it. and then we'll explode the bugger. Every guard in here is an enforcer to me.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell am I? I'm just some guy, don't worry about me.
What's her story?
I've gone now. And there she is. So what if we throw it over there? What was that noise, Haley?
No.
Go and investigate.
Whoa, what the hell? You saw that.
Bollocks.
Formations. Let's move. Hooah.
Okay. Once again, the flash device fails to do anything of merit. Where's Haley? There she is.
Delta has reached
Why is she hiding behind the wall?
area looks clear. Over.
Oh, God.
Don't want to make a move. I've got a minute. I don't have to make a move.
Point. Yeah.
She might move out here somewhere. There we go. So we failed to blind her, but we took her out without dying in the process.
Wait. You read a book on fashion? You?
Now, I've got all these guards once again. If we take the right route,
What kind of third-rate contractor does this home?
we can generally avoid the buggers. That guy down there could be our third snipe, I guess. There's no one else in that room unalerted. I don't think. I was going to poison him because he's just standing still, so he'd have been a nice easy poison, but he would turn around when I threw the briefcase down. So no, he gets shot instead. And this guy out here is the one who gets poisoned. He also stands fairly still a lot of the time, so I shouldn't fuck this up. And I haven't. Something has gone well. I mean, the blinding of the target didn't go well, but some things have gone well, although our supplier is also back up on the 3rd floor. God damn it. The only sensible way back up to the 3rd floor is this way, because it avoids the enforcers on the stairs. And I do want to speak to our supplier. There's also like 3 couriers. Bloody hell. That's good. We need money. But at the same time, dealing with them could be a problem. One step at a time. If we get the couriers after the supplier, that's okay, because we can still spend the money on the next level. Now, what you got, friend? You got my lockpick. Great. Courier would have been nice, because we could get the karma, but it's fine.
I'm here if you need more.
We got a lockpick back, and that's better than nothing. It's possible there's a baseball bat somewhere up here as well, but it doesn't matter. We got the timed done without too much difficulty. Now, one of our couriers has apparently moved back up to the 3rd floor. Bloody stop moving, couriers. Yeah, they're in the auction room as well. It might just be a pain in the butt to deal with them. Maybe we'll worry about the 2 on the ground floor and call it a day. Have we got anything disposable that we can throw? No. Because we can just knock them out from a distance, as long as we don't get seen doing it, and then we can go and pick up their loot afterwards. So that hammer could do the job. There you are. Can I persuade you to come over here a bit? Would that be doable?
Damn.
I don't like the sound of that. Jack.
Understood.
Cool. So here he comes. I mean, he's definitely going to spot us if we don't wait for him to turn around.
It's clear. Nothing here.
Good. You turn around. Looks like we got away with it. Wonderful. And a bit more cash in that crate. Fantastic. So, not a complete bust, this mission. We've already made more extra mercies than we would have got for blind targets, so that's great. We've actually got enough right now to to pop back up and buy the Karma, I think. So maybe we just... Let's think. I'm just wondering where it's safe to leave our briefcase. Probably there. And if our briefcase does get taken, it's not the end of the world, because we can go into security rooms. So we can
Let me know
retrieve
if
it.
I can be of help.
But the fact that this pipe takes us right the way back up to pretty much where our supplier is means I'm willing to take this little diversion. No unconscious courier has been found. Nope. Don't mind me, everyone. So we'll buy that Karma.
Good choice. You know where I am if you need more.
Now, there's actually this courier also. Is he coming into this room?
Out of the way! Out of the way!
He is.
All right. Ben,
So we could just knock him out.
get up.
He's just fainted. It's fine. Take those mercies.
What does our plan look like?
And down we go. Cool. So we did actually get that courier as well. Now we just got to pop around and get the last one. It's almost like I do know kind of what I'm doing sometimes, maybe. So they're prowling around out here with the fashionistas. There she is. Can she be lured over here? Yeah, I think she heard that one. Good. Now, where's she going to stop?
This time.
Good. That. Thank you for your contribution. And yeah, I'm willing to call this mission a success. We failed one objective, but we got 3 couriers. And we got back our lockpick and the Karma, which means we should be getting back more courier cash as we go. I'll take it. So what have we learned today? Is it don't play Hitman on an empty stomach? Is it don't ever go to Marrakesh? Is it don't faff around with electrical equipment when you've got no good reason to do so? Maybe it's all 3 of those things. Join me next time and we'll see what we can learn then. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.